A Turkish drone strike in Kobani killed 2 civilians amid escalating attacks in northern Syria. MEPs have urged EU High Representative Kaja Kallas to take a firmer stance against Turkey's military operations in northern and eastern Syria. Ahmed al-Sharaa has been appointed interim president of Syria with a focus on rebuilding the country, despite concerns over the role of war criminals and the lack of women in leadership. Hayko Bağdat paid tribute to his close friend, Timur Çelik, an artist who passed away on the 16th of January 2025, leaving behind a powerful legacy of art that exposed injustices. Learn more with Medya News. A Turkish drone strike in Kobani, northern Syria, has killed 2 civilians and injured another, according to Roj News. The victims were identified as Azad Ali Mahmoud and Shero Meshid, while Neriman Süleyman was hospitalized. The attack follows escalating Turkish air and artillery strikes across northern Syria, with the Syrian Democratic Forces, or SDF, reporting at least 14 civilian deaths, including children. One of the deadliest incidents occurred on the 28th of January, when a Turkish drone allegedly struck a marketplace in Syria, killing 9 civilians and injuring 20. On the same day, 3 civilians, including a child, were killed by artillery fire in al-Dirbasiyah. Turkey claims to be targeting security threats in Kurdish-held areas, but local reports highlight increasing civilian casualties. EU High Representative Kaja Kallas is facing growing pressure from 21 members of the European Parliament, or MEPs, to take a stronger stance against Turkey's military operations in northern and eastern Syria. In an open letter dated the 28th of January, the MEPs criticise Kallas for failing to raise Turkey's cross-border airstrikes during her recent visit to Ankara, where she met with senior officials, focusing instead on economic aid and refugee policy. The letter warns of serious humanitarian and security consequences, highlighting Turkish attacks on civilian areas and key infrastructure, including the Tishreen Dam, which has left around 1 million people without electricity and water. The MEPs also raised concerns about the fate of thousands of ISIS prisoners held in AANES-run facilities, warning that Turkey's offensives could lead to mass prison breaks and a resurgence of the group. The signatories, drawn from several political groups, urged the EU to use its influence to protect civilians, prevent further destabilization, and support the region's self-government against external intervention. Ahmed al-Sharaa, leader of Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, or HTS, has been appointed interim president of Syria following the fall of Bashar al-Assad's regime. His appointment signals the start of a new transitional phase aimed at rebuilding Syria after years of civil war and instability. Al-Sharaa, who has been the de facto leader of Syria since December 2024, will focus on restructuring the country's governance. This includes the formation of a new national army, the establishment of a temporary legislative council, and the integration of armed factions into state institutions. His leadership marks a shift in Syria's political landscape as the country seeks to recover from more than a decade of conflict. But the decision has drawn criticism from many quarters. Activist Jaiga Hussein raised concerns about the rise of Fahim Isa, leader of the Süleyman Shah Brigade militia, a US-sanctioned war criminal implicated in looting, torture, and sexual violence in Afrin. Human rights defender Nadina Mayenza also expressed concern about the presence at the victory event of Abu Hatem Shakra, a man sanctioned for trafficking Yazidi women and implicated in the 2019 murder of Hevrin Kalaf. Kurdish activist Haben Omar pointed to the lack of female representation in the new government, noting, "Unlike in northern and eastern Syria, there is not a single woman in this meeting hosted by Ahmed al-Sharaa." Hayko Bağdat, journalist and close friend of Timur Çelik, penned a heartfelt tribute to the artist following his death on the 16th of January 2025. Bağdat recalls Çelik's profound impact as an artist and a friend, noting his fierce commitment to exposing injustice. Çelik spent his life between Turkey and Germany, and his unique background shaped his understanding of resistance. His artwork boldly confronted the socio-political realities of Turkey, particularly the struggles of the Kurdish community. Timur Çelik, renowned for his paintings grounded in realism, became an important figure in reflecting the harsh realities of Turkey's political landscape. One of his most significant works, Villagers Thrown from the Helicopter, vividly depicted the 2020 murder of 2 Kurdish villagers by Turkish soldiers. The artwork captured the brutality of the crime, serving as a crucial visual testimony when the state attempted to suppress the truth. Çelik's ability to bear witness through his art elevated his work to a key role in both national and international media coverage, making his art not just a form of expression, but a powerful act of resistance. As the Medya news community, we honor Timur Çelik's legacy and his fearless artistic intervention. His paintings continue to inspire as vital documents of truth, resistance, and the struggle for justice, leaving an indelible mark on history.